Hey, you're here at Big Let's Barbecue. Today we're doing some competition chicken thighs. We're cooking in a KCBS competition next weekend, Kansas City Barbecue Society. Got a big one in Kanab, Utah, about 45 teams or so. So I always like to just kind of cook it the week before, kind of make sure you're tuned in. And chicken especially, it's kind of a pain in the butt. You can do different things. I know you can't say butt, boys and girls, but it's all right. But chicken, we placed last time, but I don't know. I'm not happy with the chicken. We're trying to get it better. So we're gonna do some chicken today. We're shooting a rib video too for competition. We'll do a brisket one tomorrow. We'll get you kind of a competition video out of what we're gonna cook next weekend. Figured I'd do that way with you. Sometimes it's hard when you're cooking to get videos. We forget to get going. So I just got chicken thighs from Smith's. On the competition, obviously we're gonna get as good as we can, but so I'm gonna do two different ways today and see what I like. I'll just walk you through it. So first one, we're just gonna take that chicken thigh. We want to get a nice little pillow, just a nice little perfect little thing. There's a little tenon that runs through those. You want to pull that out. Grab that with these little plier guys, and that should just slide right out of there, maybe. There it comes. Okay, so don't pull that thing out. We don't need that. All right, so we got that tenon. We pulled that out of here. I'm going to do two different kinds. One, I'm not going to scrape the skin. One competition way is to take the fat off of that skin, get that skin see-through thin. We're going to do that, but I'm going to try a different way too, not scraping it. So I'm just going to clean up. See this fat along the side? That's their one bite. They don't take one bite. So we want to trim this fat up. I'm going to peel that skin back a little bit. I'm just going to pull that fat down, and we'll trim all this up. But I'm just going to trim that little hunk of fat right there and trim that off. You want a nice, even deal. Peel that back a little bit. Trim up any of this kind of fat that we don't want on there. So we're just going to trim that a touch too, pull that off. All right, we're going to come, there's a little cartridge at the end of this. I'm going to take that out. I just want to cut that out too. If you got little meat scissors, that's easy to just scissor that out. But anyway, we'll make it hard. Okay, so pull that little thing out right there. That bone we can shear off later. So that's not too bad. This side, I'm gonna take off this extra skin. Like I said, I'm not gonna pull that skin off of this one. Same thing on this side. I've got a chunk and I've got a lot more meat there. So I'm gonna take and cut off that whole side right there, kind of thin it out. All right, clean up this a little bit. Like I said, one I'm gonna get real particular. This one I'm not gonna get as bad on there. So I've got pretty good thigh, pretty good skin. Get rid of some of that junk. And I'm gonna work my skin. I'm gonna try to lay that out best I can. And I cut that one a little too soon. I'm not gonna use this one for competition. I cut that too. I should have pulled the skin back when I trimmed that side. But anyway, so there's one way to kind of do it, and we're gonna work with that a little bit more. The other way is to pull this out. I pulled the tenon out of that one too. And now this one, I'm gonna take the skin off. So you just use your thumb, pull that skin off. Like I said, I'm gonna have better thighs to work with in the weekend, but these are just what you find at the grocery store. So you're gonna peel that back, take that skin off, peel that all the way back. Kind of hangs on there at the end. I've got now that just that fat line, and I just peel that skin off. So now I've got my skin. I'm gonna lay it out and we're gonna go to work on that in just a minute. So now same thing, I'm gonna trim off this fat. I wanna try to square it up the best you can. I'm gonna take this fat off the end here, square that end up. Same thing here. I'm gonna take that off, square that the best I can. All right, so we're pretty squared up. You can take those knuckles off if you want. I'm gonna take that little cartridge off again. We'll pop that knuckle off. Okay, so we've got a pretty good little hunk of chicken right there. Now here's what we're gonna do with the skin. With this skin, I wanna take this fat layer off. So you just kind of pull your knife across that and just skin it. You can see how that's coming off, getting that translucent. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do that to the whole thing. All right, so we pulled off, got that fat off. If you can see, you can come in there and see that. I mean, that's just like paper thin. You know what I mean? I'll clean that. Now, you don't cook 16, 20. I mean, kind of depends how good you are. Sometimes I'll try to get away with only doing a dozen, but like right here, you see, I nicked that skin right there, got going a little fast. So I'm not gonna turn this one in if I'm doing them. Now my chicken looks good. I took that knuckle off just so it's all square. So I've got a perfect little pillow right there. That thing's looking nice. It's ready to get wrapped. And all you do for that knuckle, we'll take it off that. I don't want that sticking out. So you just take your knife and whoop, give it a pop right there. And that comes right off, and then that squares you up, makes you nice. Man, you want to make sure you have no bone fragments, anything like that. If you have anything like that, you're done. So, okay, so now I'm just gonna wrap this skin around that little chicken. So I'm gonna trim it up a little bit. I'm just gonna square this off. Okay, get rid of that. I've got a little extra down here. I wanna make sure I have enough skin to wrap that up really good, but I don't wanna have, you know, I want it nice. So that's a pretty good chunk of skin right there. I got a little extra fat right there I can clean up. Now, like I said, competition, I'm gonna be really particular. Today I wanna show you, and I wanna be particular, but you know, I don't wanna waste your time watching a 50-minute video anyway. It won't be that long. So now we're just gonna wrap this chicken. I'm gonna pull that back. And it's just gonna wrap right through there. We're gonna tuck those ends in. And I'm gonna make just a perfect little pillow. Okay, so there you go. That's gonna hold that back, and that's how I'm gonna make it. Now, like I said, I cut my skin there. So, I mean, I can doctor that, but obviously I'm not gonna turn it in. But there you go. Now on this other side, I'm gonna trim this up a little bit too. And I cut that one a little skinny, but I'll do all these today. But we're gonna pull that. And I just wanna see, I've tried it a couple times and it's pretty good without running my skin like that, but not perfect. So I'm gonna peel out the rest of those, get them all done, and I'm gonna, well, come back. Let me peel those and then we'll season them up and talk through that. All right, so we got the chicken thighs, they're ready to go. These 5 here, I've scraped that skin, taken the fat off of those. We've trimmed them all up the same, got rid of the fat and things, made them nice. These 5, I did not take the fat off, so we don't kind of see what we can do. So now, what we'll do is we'll just take one of these little guys and we'll peel that skin back off from him again so we can season them up. Maybe. So I want to lay that back out so I can kind of get it back on. So I've got, this is just a mix I made for competition, so it's kind of my little competition chicken rub. You can put whatever you want on them. If you're competing, I'm sure you've kind of figured out what you like. Like I said, we're changing up a little bit of stuff just because we placed last time, but we really want to try to get it done. So I'm going to put a little lightly on the inside of that skin. That helps it hold, so I don't need meat glue or anything like that. Helps it hold to my thigh, my meat. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Not real heavy like you do ribs. I just want a nice light coating on that. I'm going to turn it over and do the same. Just a nice light coating on there. And then we're going to get that shape back up pretty good. Make sure we get it on the ends. Get rid of my little finger marks. And then we're just going to roll that thing back up and try to get that nice and tight this time. And like I said, the big thing with that, with the competition is they've got to be able to bite that thing and have that skin stay in place. If the skin moves, comes off, you're in trouble real early. So there's my little pillow. Now I'm going to put just a little shot on the outside. I'm just going to get all the way around that. Just like I said, I'm just lightly dusting those. And then, hey, make sure too, so like I'm grabbing this with chicken hands, But I'm gonna wash that, sanitize that before I put it back. Man, don't be doing that and throw it back in your shelf. You'll be sad. You'll be best friends with John. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna do the same to these now. I've got them done. I made some chicken broth last night. So this is just chicken stock. I took a full chicken. I cut out the breast because I'm gonna smoke and eat that today. But I threw in the wings, legs, the back, all that. Cooked that down with some carrots and celery and some garlic and stuff that way, and made my own stuff. You can buy, you know, the injection stuff. You can buy chicken flavor. Competition, every little thing helps. I'm trying to give that the best flavor I can in one bite. So I'm making my own. I've got prime rib bones that with meat that I'm cooking for my beef stock. So I've made that own stock. I'm just gonna take that in now. And I'm just gonna give all these little dudes an injection. Now, I'm not gonna come down in it because I'm gonna put a hole through that skin, and that's a big needle. So I'm gonna come in the sides and I'm gonna get in there and give that a squirt. You can see that fluff up a little bit. I really want to get it right where they're biting. So I'm going to do on each side of that bone, try to get down in that meat. Give a little on that side. And you don't lose some out, and that's fine. Come back in that other side. So he's pretty injected up. I'm going to sit him in this pan, and I'm going to let him sit there for about 2 hours. I'm going to let that marinade my chicken broth get into him. Let that seasoning work a little bit, and then I'm gonna throw them on the smoker. I'm gonna show you that because we're gonna do them a touch different ways. Trying to find what I like out of these two ways, what works best, and trying to just get that perfect chicken. So we'll see in a minute. All right, so we got the chicken thighs out of the fridge. They've been sitting there just set up nice. We're gonna throw those on the smoker at 285. I'm gonna let those run for 40 minutes. I wanna set that skin, set the seasoning, and then I'm gonna cover that in tin foil and let it run another hour and a half. So putting those on 285 for 40 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, so those chicken thighs have been on for 40 minutes. That should set up that seasoning. Yeah, see, that's nice. So that's good. So now we're gonna add a little bit of essential oils, put a little butter, bacon grease on that, and then we're gonna wrap that up tight, seal it, and I'm gonna let it roll for an hour and a half. I'm gonna pull a couple out just to see, just because I want to. I'm gonna throw one of each kind and just put it on the smoker. I want to kind of see how that works out. I turned them different ways so I knew which ones had the skin. These are crappy tongs, but they were sitting here. Keep going. Ow, that hurts, kids. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna put some butter back. Don't worry about that. I don't even know what that is. It was flying around outside. I whacked it and threw it on there. So we'll snack on that. So I'm gonna throw a little essential oils on those, wrap them up, and let them roll. Thanks. All right, we got those chicken thighs off. They're done. They look good. Tender, just right. Now the test is, how's the skin? If we bite through that and we got a great chicken without the skin on. I got Kyler and Tyra. They're going to be our little samplers today. They're our KCBS certified judges almost. So anyway, that's kind of what we're looking for. So you guys grab one that you like. So they both grabbed one that, oh, go ahead, bite then. Never mind.
Oh, we're going.
Okay, so Kyler got a good bite. Skin stayed on. Show them your bite, Mark. Your skin stay on? Mm-hmm. Look at that, 2 for 2. So that was the one I didn't scrape, okay? So this one right here is the one I scraped. So we scraped half and didn't scrape half. Oh, it's hot. How did you do that? I think mine was harder. Hey, skin stayed on though. That's a great bite. How's your chicken?
Tastes great.
That's good, huh?
Pretty good.
Good kick.
Yeah, you get a little kick? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'll be
all right. You look like he's going down. I'll never have a skinny kid sample, right? Anyway, don't eat with your mouth full, but hey, that's good. The skin worked. That's really what I was looking for. I think either one of those methods should work. We might want a little more sweet on that. It has a little bit of a kick, not a great kick unless you're skinny, but I like that. And that's what we're kind of playing with. I'll try the other side, see how that is. But anyway, there's your bite. There you go. Subscribe, follow us. We're cooking this weekend at that competition. If we win, we'll tell you about it. If we lose, probably not. But anyway, now we still will. Catch you later. Thanks.
Where did they win?